Being busy and not having enough time is one of the most commonly used excuses to justify why some people don't aren't fit or as fit as they would want to be. And yeah, having not having enough time can be difficult. It can be a struggle, and it can make it very difficult to achieve certain goals like building muscle, of course. But there are still ways around that. There are still ways around that. There were days, very busy days for me. Like I'm not gonna say that I'm busy all the time or something like that. My busy days, the thing that keep me busy is like things like recording my videos and reading and all those things. But there are some days where I'm really busy, where I have a lot of things to do. And on those days, I still somehow manage to get a workout in. And a good one. Not like a trash workout in, but it's still a good one. And I've just used a few methods that actually help me to still be able to train, go to the gym, and do have a hard workout, regardless of the fact that I don't have that much time or that I'm busy. And of course, there are some days where you literally wake up, and from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you have things to do. It's possible, and it does happen. I won't say the contrary. It's possible, but it's very rare. And very often, even on those busy days, there are some pockets of time where you could have actually gotten a workout in, but you didn't. One of the first method I'm going to talk about today that actually helped me a lot over my journey to still be able to work out, to have a good workout, even regardless of the fact that I was busy. It's just training early, training very very early. In the past, for like 1.5 years straight, I trained at 4 a.m. I woke up at 4 a.m. and trained first thing in the morning. Like that's the level of dedication I had. And I did that for months and months and months, over a year. And it allowed me training that early. I trained from 4 to 6, and then I started preparing for school. It allowed me to be still be able to get a good workout in before school. So I went to school feeling more confident because I already gotten a full workout in before coming here, and I was already awake for 4 hours by the time I got to school. But also, it made it so that even on some days, there are some days where you really have school for long, and even after school, you have other school things to do, and it really takes a lot of time. So you don't necessarily think you have really, don't really see. It doesn't seem as if you had enough time to actually get a workout in. But because I already trained so early whilst most people were still asleep, I never even had the opportunity to use that excuse of not having enough time or being too busy. I'm not doing this anymore. Right now, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I work first thing in the morning, and then after I finish working, then I go to the gym. But I still go to the gym fairly early. I don't go to the gym super late because I know that if I start going to the gym like at 6 p.m. every day, it's gonna be a struggle for me. It's gonna be difficult, and I'm more likely to actually miss some days. Right now, I'm slowly tr- getting into a new chapter of life. I used to be in this education system for 11 years, and I'm dropping out. And even recently, after I used to just go to the gym after school, and it made it difficult. Going to the gym after school, going to the gym at like around 4 p.m., 3 p.m., 2 to 2 to 4 p.m. was always a little bit difficult because it's so late and I'm also already so tired from being in school for like 8, 9 hours. I still went and I still was extremely consistent, and I was pretty much not missing any days. But I felt like going to the gym less because going to the gym after a full day of school is actually it's a struggle, especially a long day of school. 8 hours, 9 hours. It's really difficult. It isn't easy. Another thing is just training with less volume, more intensity. I'll do 2 sets per exercise, and I only do five to a maximum of. I actually do 8 to 10 sets per session, or I'll say 8 to 12 sets per session. So very low volume, but I take every single work that I do to failure. So my workouts aren't crazy long. Yesterday my workout, like yesterday what I did is I went to the gym at 6 a.m. and I was back home at around 7:30 actually. So I got to the gym at 6:05, 6:10. I started my workout at around 6:15 a.m. And I finished my workout at like 6. I was at like 7:10, 7:05. So my workout only lasted 50 minutes. So I still trained hard. I think I did 4 exercises, 2 sets each, so eight sets in total. So it was still 50 minutes long, so it's still pretty long, but not crazy long. Because my workouts used to be like 2 hours long in the past when I was younger. But now they're a lot shorter because I reduced volume and I really focus on intensity. I really focus on just giving it everything I have on the few sets I'm actually doing. And yeah, you could try to start training with this philosophy. Reduce the amount of sets you do, but increase the intensity, especially on those days. On those few days where you're really busy and you only have like 45 minutes to work out. Drastically reduce the sets you would actually do. So if you plan to do 4 sets, just do 2 actually, or just do 1. If it's just one day, you could do it. But take that 1 set that you do per exercise to failure. You could do that if you find that you only have like 30 minutes to work out on a certain day. 1 set on every exercise, you should take that set to failure. That's what I recommend to you. Because a mistake I used to do, what I used to do when I was very busy or I didn't have enough time to work out in the past, what I used to do is I would like reduce my rest breaks. I think that's the worst thing you could do. Reduce the amount of rest I would take between sets. And that would just make my workouts absolutely horrible. So that's something I wouldn't recommend you do. Even on the days where you have like very little time to work out. The one thing I don't want you to reduce or minimize is the rest you take between sets. Because at the end of the day, you need to be fresh and you need to be fully recovered when you get into your next set. You don't want to go into each set being like only 50% recovered because you want to save time. I don't think that's a good idea. That's one of the things that could hold you back for a long time. It held me back for a long time because I was taking like 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes of rest between hard sets. And that was like just a dumb thing to do. So no matter how little time you have, I want you to still rest until you're fully recovered and fully ready to go into your next set. So yeah, that's all I have to say. That's the video. I hope you found this valuable. And yeah, next time you have a really busy day, use a few of these methods. I'm sure they can help you because they help me a lot. If you're interested in my fitness coaching, then you can click the first link in the description. And yeah, if you want me to help you build your dream physique and everything. And yeah, don't run from discomfort, chase it.